Hello? Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? And gals. God, this cable always gets caught. So I just loaded this up earlier. I'm going to try out this XDefiant. I've seen clips. And let me know how the audio is in the chat. But I've seen clips, and this honestly seems like it potentially could be a competitor to Call of Duty, maybe. Where's, oh, there's settings. Oh, 100 field of view, okay. I think I'm gonna go with Echelon, I'm sorry. Wait, how do I pick this? Okay, maybe that does it. Practice. I'm gonna lose anyways. Yeah, everything I've seen online, it just seems like this is a Twitch shooter's kind of dream. And why does this show that I have a mouse and keyboard? Hmm.
Remember the mission. Get on the capture zone.
Ooh.
Enemy neutralized.
See, I thought that was orange at first. That their letters. Yeah, she turned orange. Okay, she might be doing something. Okay, so this is like King of the Hill or something.
Capture zone is moving. Capture zone contested.
That is a short ass time to kill. It looks pretty good. I don't know what engine this runs off of.
We're on the zone.
Maybe whatever the what do you call it? Rainbow Six runs off of?
Zone under assault.
Oh my god. I couldn't even make it around the corner. Oh, I keep on forgetting that. Okay. Hey, there we go. Oh, see, that was a headshot. That, I don't understand that.
Capture zone is moving. Sending new locations to your OpSat now. Lethal force utilized. Zone compromised.
Oh. Dude, I wonder if you can pick up armor. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, where did you come from? I think I'm gonna want to try a different perk. I wonder if that's one of the options I can switch there. I haven't been paying attention to the prompts on the bottom. We are getting schooled. Like, this is... Oh.
Capture zone is moving. We're locking down the zone.
I tried. Hey,
Take and keep that capture
yeah,
zone.
the aiming is very twitchy. Like, I feel like I need to turn down the, and I don't understand how I'm, like, getting headshots and it's not...
Capture zone contested.
I have no idea how the health system works. Is it just the same everywhere? Oh, I'm gonna get killed.
This'll be a fun report to write.
That took a while to get up. Ooh. Yeah, see, like, I'm wondering if the different classes or factions have different amounts of health. Oh, God, look how bad. I'm just going to use the excuse that I joined late. Loading in the loading. At least it's fast. What? No. Oh, gotta get my QR code reader. Just give us a team deathmatch. And see, like, it's weird. It gives me a mouse and keyboard and says I'm on an Xbox. So I wonder if that means that the console versions support mouse and keyboard. Let's go with, yeah, let's go with that. Hey, Bill.
Push the package to the delivery zone. Watch for choke points.
What the?
Target eliminated.
Did you ever get anything normal, Jay? Like, just team deathmatch? It's kind of crazy to me how... Oh, this brings up a whole damn shield. And I can't shoot? What? The least that it could have done is let me, maybe I didn't have it out long enough to regenerate health.
Package nearing checkpoint.
It does seem like I have more health. Did I always have 120? I thought I had 100 last time. Oh my god. This is... Change loadout. Change faction. I'm gonna have to definitely change that loadout.
Package clear checkpoint. Good push.
Hey, yay. So happy to have contributed. Being a decoy, you know. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna change this. Oh, so that loadout, you can't change your... Well, I'll wait till I die. We know that's gonna happen soon enough. I mean, if anything, this is definitely not as, What? Like, I don't know. Beginner friendly, I guess. As like a Call of Duty. Probably should do stuff like throw my grenades more often. Oh. Oh. Come on, heal. Heal. Oh my god, it takes forever for you to heal. Am I supposed to be doing anything? You know, I was actually thinking about just streaming me watching the direct, because I haven't watched it. I only know of, like, basically what Jay told me earlier.
Checkpoint close.
I did see the trailer for Metal Gear. Oh, shit. And it's interesting. It's like... I was curious on how they were going to do the PS1, because I think they already confirmed that the PS2 and PS3 were how do I call it? Like the remasters, the Blue Point remasters. I'm assuming they're just like higher resolution versions, like 1080p or something. Yeah, the HD collection. Oh shit.
Losing ground.
So I was really curious on how they were going to do the first one, and it's almost like they're doing PS1 emulation or something. I'm sure it's not that exactly, because that introduced problems with like the one boss scene, Psycho Manus. Come on, you son of a bitch. And also with that case code. But I mean, it's like they got the texture wobble and the pixelation. Like it looked, whatever they're doing, whatever emulation, or maybe it's a port of the PC version. Hopefully, if it is, it's like a cleaned up port, because that version isn't great. But I'm actually most interested in playing 1. I loved 1. So if I can easily play that without needing to go to my PS3 or set up emulators again. Like, that was the disappointing thing. That was one of the games, I don't know how I won that. That was one of the games I actually had a game going on just like casually playing on the Series S. Motherfucker's got a sniper? What is this?
Delivery zone is closed. That's our exit.
It's like I'm inhaling from death every time my hair... I'm assuming that's what that is.
Retaliation.
There's almost like no... Do I know about all the announcements? No, I know about like Arkham Knight. I know about the Super Mario Brothers 2D. I know about the Mario RPG remake, which is awesome. Arkham Knight. Okay, see, and that's the thing. Arkham Knight, yeah, Arkham Knight on the Switch. That, yeah, that is some. Is there no description what these do? Okay, we'll just. Oh wait, it put me in an entirely new faction too. I'm so confused. But yeah, Arkham Knight, that's gonna be nuts. I mean, do they? Is this like the trilogy? Is it a trilogy or something? Is the first 2 games already on the Switch? Okay, that's pretty badass. Is that trilogy coming out for everything or just the Switch? It's like I would love to have like Series X ports and oh no, instead of the oh hey, someone healed me, or is that my thing? I don't know what just happened there. Oh, you can shoot through walls. Okay, that's cool, but yeah, I have less health now. Are we supposed to be? Oh, am I supposed to be taking out that robot? Just a switch, boo. I mean, that's awesome. I'm just kidding, but that's awesome. Like to have, if those are good ports, and the first 2 games should port just fine. We're talking, 360 games here. And hopefully they turn out better. Do we know if they're gonna? Here's the crazy part, right? If they're just porting over the 360 and PS3 versions, then in some ways it might turn out better than like the remaster collection of the first 2 games that were re-released on. Oh wait, now it's telling me to defend. Didn't it tell me to attack? You were red before. I am so confused. Did I die and did adjust and put me on the opposite team.
Don't let the enemy push the package.
But yeah, the first 2 games are gonna hopefully gonna be in good hands, and they're not gonna end up like the remaster ports. The third one, yeah, Arkham Knight is gonna be just batshit insane. Now, oh, it's telling me to defend again. I just assumed that it was telling me to attack because it was red. Never mind. That probably means they're attacking it. Or they don't even need to attack it. They just need to be in the circle. Package contested. Or can they steal it? I hope you're wrong, Bill. Definitely hope you're wrong. Because, I mean, that may make sense maybe, but I wonder, what I'm curious on is Arkham Knight is UE3, Unreal Engine 3. So I wonder, but it's got to be just like heavily modified. But I wonder how much of like the tool chain and stuff. I wish I could remember what the Unreal Engine 3 tools were called. Oh, okay. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to my character changing to the right. I was so laser focused. Oh, okay. So it was leaked 2 years ago. Okay. Well, that's good that they're giving it the time. Come on, bastard. I'm kind of digging this. It's... Now, I know I could have gone through the training, but it's not... I don't know. It's not... I'm trying to think. Is this the thing that was announced like 2 or 3 years ago? It seemed much more colorful, and everyone was like, who the hell asked for this? Because Okay. It was. Okay. It looks a bit better than it did 2 years ago, but that was also probably like Xbox or PlayStation 4 footage.
Don't let the enemy push the package.
I mean, it's not grabbing me as much as I'd hope. Then again, I don't really play these Twitch-type shooters all that often. But I'm wondering if that's just because I don't understand the mechanics and all the the gameplay systems, or is it... I might have to play around with the controls. I'm trying to get used to them. But I'm glad that it seemed like they had a good show today. Excited for Metal Gear Collection. It's the first time Nintendo gets the official trilogy. Yeah, that's all. Like, as a huge Metal Gear fan, like, I'm gonna buy it again, even though I own 2 of the 3 games, and I don't technically need to. And I don't remember if they're 720p or 1080p. I think they're 720p. And they look clean enough. Like, I don't know what kind of anti-aliasing they're using, but it looks clean enough, even on a 4K display. And that also could just be because the assets are not simple, like clean. They have like a clean aesthetic to them. They're not too noisy or detailed. Because like I get really bothered when it comes to like image quality in games sometimes. But those look great. They still look nice and just fine. But yeah, I'm gonna buy it again. The only thing that if on the PS5 and the Series X, because it's not gonna be like this for the Switch. I'm not gonna. Excuse me. I'm not gonna do this for this. It's not gonna be the case for the Switch. But technically, if Konami really wanted to like go the cheap route, they can do. They can just. I'm not sure. Is the PS? No, it's not, because there's a PS3 version. So they can port the PS3 version as a straight port, I guess, and then enable or just keep the 360 versions as backwards compatible. But oh, now I have a controller and everyone else has a mouse. That's lovely. And it looks like there's plenty of either PlayStation or PC users. What I'm trying to say is, like, there's a small chance that if they wanted to go the really cheap route, we can be essentially still play those backwards compatible versions. Oh, they already said they're new ports. All on the disc. Oh my god, they're all on the disc. Okay, I might have to double dip. Get the digital for the convenience, but also the physical for just the physical, like the collection sake. Nice. Okay, so even on the Switch, that is awesome. That I am more than willing to give this Konami a shot. What the hell we gotta do? Like zone unlocks? We're supposed to be going through these or something? Oh, hello. Oh. Preservation wins. Yeah. You know me. I mean, we all know on the Xbox, you're still going to have to be online even to play the disc-based game. But, just absolute shit. But, I just want it. I just want it. I'm so excited for it. Like, oh, man, I probably should have played Metal Gear. Now I feel like playing Metal Gear instead of playing this. The physical version is PS5 digital for Xbox. Wait. Oh, okay. So you're okay. That makes sense. I mean, with it being a PlayStation franchise, I can see the physical. Now, if only Konami could resurrect the 360 port. Yeah, about porting. Well, I mean, if they're gonna port, they're gonna port Metal Gear 4, which it wouldn't surprise me if this is successful. That was useless. If this is successful, that we see like maybe 4 and 5. That's what's going to be interesting. I wonder how much. I mean, I don't know. The what are they? NSX, MSX. They're not the SNES ports, right? Those are the Peace Walker. If you had to guess, Volume 2B Peace Walker 4. Rising. I totally forgot about Rising. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I would absolutely love. Did Rising ever get it? I have to check if Rising ever got a PC port. Every time I load it up on the 360, I always enjoy. I don't know why I'm trying to go toe to toe with the sniper. I always enjoy what I played. But going back to the whole image quality thing, that's one of those games that I don't think looks very good on a 4K display. I could probably play it on this. Maybe I should just do it in streams. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. I'll definitely get that, because that's like the only Metal Gear I haven't beaten. Even though I've enjoyed everything I played of it. Oh. The one thing, I'll have to test this out. It doesn't seem like this has that like snap aiming. That like snap auto aim that yeah. As I just not kill that guy. Maybe it does. Sometimes it seems like my crosshair just reticle just snaps right on them. It goes on sale a ton. It's like $5 on CD key. Oh, no shit. Okay. Kojima Productions got Metal Gear Solid 4 running on the 360, but canned it due to being multiple. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I could have sworn there were rumors of that exact thing back in the 360 days. That doesn't surprise me at all because it would have been like 4 DVDs. That thing was insane even on the PS3 where I think they fixed it for the download version. But on the disc version, it has to like install 5 gig chunks between the chapters because the PS3 had a limitation that you can only like pre-install 5 gigs of data. And so like the times where it was just like showing him smoke a cigarette for like 15 minutes, that was them installing the next chapter. You can choose the whole thing at the start even with this. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, so they must have updated or patched that, or maybe Sony removed the limitation. And then they updated it again, which is badass. Like, can you imagine? I mean, Metal Gear 4 with a nice image quality and 60 frames per second. Like, you can get that to some extent on emulation now. But I don't know, like, it's weird. I'm down to set up emulators for anything but, like, the PS3 and 360. Just because, I don't know. I don't know if it's a pain. Wait. You can choose the whole... Don't, Mike. I'll get a hernia even thinking about it. Yeah. Man, like I would love to pay Metal and like, oh my god, you know, Metal Gear. I don't think it was terrible. I think it was a good game, but I think it's safe to say it's probably my least favorite of the whole series. But I would still love to play it at a good resolution and performance. I wonder who they're like, and then same thing with Metal Gear 5. That looks good enough. That on but especially on the PS5 because you got the PS4 Pro. And I think the console versions are relatively close to a high-end PC, like the maxed out PC. I think it just has like extra light, like shadow casting lights and stuff like that. Play 4 once a year. I know we've talked about it a bunch. It's been forever. I have it on disc. I never play anything on my PS3. One of the reasons, like, I gotta get a new controller. The controller or the battery in my controller is dead. Within minutes, it's weird. Sometimes it's minutes, sometimes it's immediate. But I'll unplug my PS3 controller and it will be dead. I'll get the prompt that it's getting ready to die, and then like moments later it dies. Weird that Metal Gear 5 runs better than on the PS3. Oh yeah, it's a different engine. That's where they developed the Foxdie, I think Foxdie engine, which is it's such a shame because like I loved how Metal Gear 5 looked. The engine was so awesome. It didn't run great on the PS3 and 360, but for what it was trying to do, And it was a stupidly low resolution. I don't remember if it was as low as the PS or Metal Gear 4 on the PS3 or lower. I just remember it being like 960p or something, like, or not 960p, like 960 by something, 640 or something. Now I want to check it out. God, it came out in 2015. I don't know why I thought it came out earlier in the generation. So, you know, that's you know what? Yeah, I do remember that now because Metal Gear 5 was like one of the last major AAA games to come out cross-gen, and it definitely benefited from the newer consoles. I played it on the PS4 and just loved every second of it. I wasn't really bothered by the simplified or more like less cutscenes or shorter cutscenes. Oh yeah, no, Jay is right. Ground Zero. You know, it's weird. In some ways, like Ground Zero, I don't know. I guess Metal Gear 5 definitely lived up to what Ground Zero proposed, but there was just something special about Ground Zero where it was such a like a neatly designed small playground. Maybe because it was just one base to focus on, that you're almost like forced to like think of all the different routes and strategies and everything. Oh god, yeah, the rain effect was so awesome in Ground Zero. Yeah, it was it Ground Zero or was it I can't think of what 5's was. It Phantom Liberty or something? Why am I drawing a blank on the subtitle for 5? But was it Ground Zero that had that like intro with the skull where he pretended to be part of Fox Unit? Phantom Pain, thank you. Phantom Liberty, isn't that Cyberpunk? It is so hot. Yeah, XOF. That's right. It was Fox backwards. Man, I miss Kojima Metal Gear. I know he was sick of making him, but like I do have to wonder, like, what would happen if what would happen if Konami just didn't turn into a bunch of dicks and cancel Silent Hills? And you know, would he have still made Metal Gear just to make them happy as long as he was able to make something else? Or I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, there was a part of me that was half tempted to stream Death Stranding, because I still have to beat that. But yeah, pachinko machines like that. That's why I'm 100% on board with embracing Konami, like making video games again, because like, don't get me wrong, they got to be good games. If they're not good games, I'm not going to just blindly pay for them. But just I get it. I get moving to pachinko machines. It's hugely profitable and everything like that, and the production values, everything is way down, but that's just not. Oh shit, did the game crash on me? No joke, if the game crashed on me, I'm half tempted to load up Metal Gear. Oh, the game crashes quite a lot? Okay. I mean, it is a beta. I'm not going to... I don't know when this game like officially comes out. Oh my god, it is boiling hot. All right, well then, it's 80 degrees. All right, well, if I have Metal Gear, oh my god, I don't have Metal Gear installed. That makes me so sad. I don't understand. Like, I could have sworn something happened with an update because I had to factory reset my console, and it gave me the option to keep the content, but I swear that it didn't keep everything. It just seemed like it randomly delete certain things. Yeah, I don't know how you guys without like not have air conditioning as a standard. And I say that where I have air conditioning but I'm not using it. I'm always nervous, especially during streams, that should I install this instead? I never play. I mean, I only played the beginning. I'm curious to see how that looks on the smaller screen, because if this looks decent on the smaller screen, I might just turn this into like a... Well, no, because if I turn this into like a full-on Let's Play, I'll want to have that like properly titled and everything like that. What the hell? Can't I tell to install this first? Am I missing something? I could have sworn there was... Okay, what happens if I pause this? Does it pick this up? Oh, that's right! What? No, that's right. This... Hold on. This might be one of those games where I have issues installing it on the external. No, it's working. It's making a liar out of me. That's cool. I'm okay with that. Okay. Well, while that is going on, wait. What is going on here? Yeah, there's something going on. I should have Phantom Dust installed. I always have this installed, and this is also 9 gigs, so never mind. I always have this installed because this doesn't register as a full-on game. This registers as like a UWA app. You know, Universal Windows Platform, UWP app. And because of that, it doesn't slow down your download speed when you play it. So it's always a great game to just fall back on. Well, that sucks. And I don't know why my download speed is going so slow. Maybe because it shouldn't be because I'm streaming, because that's all upload speed. Well, anyways, we'll give that a second if you guys are okay with that. Maybe I could always just reload XDefiant and play that more. It's good. I think if you're a fan of, it didn't seem like it had much in the way of like snap aim assist. I only played Call Max a Loser. Is he in the? You there, Max? Is he in the chat? Because you're a fucking loser. How's my day is how's my day going? Not bad. Today is not bad. Yesterday was absolutely miserable. This morning was kind of miserable. I think I pulled my lower back. I couldn't even get out of bed this morning. I had to literally roll out of bed and catch myself on the ground, and then like use the bed to pull myself up and stand, because it. Oh, there we go. My speed's starting to bump up. My lower back just I helped some friends move over the weekend, and I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it now. That sucks. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Jay. Like, I really hope everything gets better for you. And definitely, you definitely know that, like, if you ever need to chat, play games, chill. It just sucks because I feel like especially the last couple weeks for me, work has been such a menace, especially with the traveling. Sometimes I'm not getting home until 7, or whenever I went to Cleveland, I didn't get home until 9:30. And like yesterday, I was dead to the world. I felt like such an ass because I woke up yesterday. I wasn't planning to work in the office, and but I woke up and I got a message. It was about some equipment that I still had in my back in the trunk of my car, like an idiot. Well, I've only been in the office like once or twice since one of the business trips to our Dayton office, and I had it in my trunk, and I didn't bring it back and put it away where it was supposed to. And a couple other people, including my boss, was going to one of our sites, and so I literally just like rolled out of bed, saw the text message, jumped in the clothes, and hauled it to work. Didn't shower or anything. Felt absolutely nasty. I was like the only one on comms, which is fine. I knew about it, but man, I was hoping it would be slow since it's like a holiday week. It was busier than hell, at least for one person. But yeah. Oh, hey, it's installed. Yeah, one of the things, Jay, I was going to ask if you wanted to play Street Fighter in the stream, but I didn't even think because you'd still be up, especially since like I thought I always try to get on at 7:30, and it's almost like I can't get on until closer to 8 or a little bit after 8 or whatnot. It's almost like I should be targeting 7. Then maybe I'll hit that 7:30 time. But sometimes I'm not done working until almost close to 6:30. So that just leaves me a half hour to actually get up, stretch my legs. Okay, should I do Metal Gear 3 or 2? Probably do it next week. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking 3 because I played through 2 more than I played through 3. I only beat 3 once or twice. I think once, and that might have been the PS2 original, like before the newer version came out. Might have been twice. I don't remember. The Xbox and PS2 days for me are kind of some hazy years, let's say. Those are my younger years where, partying and video games were like my life in some ways. Oh, these are classic Metal Gears? Oh, yeah. Yeah, MSX. This is it. So you know what? I lied. This is what I'm playing. Was my Ronald McDonald like fro? Yeah, yeah. It wasn't even like metal. Yes, I'll just say yes, because I definitely had a fro. If I didn't do anything with my hair, it was like down to my shoulders. Yes, it was definitely a fro. Okay, this I remember reading what this. Playing Metal Gear for the first time. Isn't it? I'm playing Metal Gear for the first time that it does. Is I like Metal Gear 3 the one that gives me the newer camera? I thought that was this. Wait, what's okay? Is it yeah for this? If I want the like the third person camera instead of like the I don't know like okay, do normal even though it's probably.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Bird eye camera? Yeah. I was thinking drone, but bird eye camera, yeah. Oh yeah. Honestly, I think every Metal Gear intro is just classic. I legit have, I don't know if it comes through, but I legit have goosebumps right now. I'm not even sure if that's coming through at all. I just love the intros for all of these games. But yeah, when I beat Metal Gear 3, it was like the classic view. It wasn't even the third person.
20 minutes to drop off. Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute. All right.
I always wanted to try the online too. Didn't this have online?
Pressure mask. Cap okay. Good. We've got high visibility.
Oh yeah, the intro to 4. That's one of the odd things for me in 4. It's like I'm not the biggest fan of how long the cutscenes are or some of them, but they're really well done. Like I think it even had a thing where my controller kept falling asleep. I don't think the game does anything to keep your controller awake or anything.
Hey, are you deaf? He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Now 4, I would definitely love to play 4 right now. Probably more so than anything else, because that one I've only beaten once. This one I might have beat twice. I don't remember. But I know for a fact the 4th one I only beat one. I also only beat 5 once, but that game was almost kind of too long. You could probably beeline the campaign fast, I guess. But then you're not going to... I wonder how much that impacts... How's the audio, by the way? Am I competing with the background audio? I didn't even think to ask after switching to a new game.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off.
See, this still looks great.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill. 1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear. Activate bailout model. This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
It's the...
Seconds to drop off. Stand by.
It's the weirdest thing, like...
Status okay. All green. Prepare for drop off. Countdown.
I can,
4, 3, 2, 1. Spread your wings and fly. God be with you.
so dramatic. Fucking love it. Yes. Like, it's just so good. It's so good.
Jack, I've got some important news.
I forget what I was gonna say now.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well,
The 3DS version has more detailed cutscenes.
a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles.
I think the 3DS had more video memory than the PS2, so I can see that.
Head of the
I guess.
OK-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top secret.
That's one of the games on the 3DS I always wanted to try. If I remember correctly, though, the frame rate when you're running 3D mode wasn't great,
Isn't he that famous rocket
but
scientist?
potentially better if you're running 2D mode. Still, just having it on the go just seemed badass. Didn't some things get cut or altered for the worse, though?
The Earth was blue.
I don't remember.
There was no God.
Well-spoken.
Zero has the vocal cord parasite to look forward to. Oh, God. There's so many, like, parasites and, nano threats.
After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development, become the head of the newly established.
How were the ports on the Vita? Because,
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a
like,
success.
I know the Ninja Gaiden ports were not
Become afraid of his own
great
creations.
on the Vita.
Afraid.
I thought the Metal Gear games were good.
And for that, he left his country and his family.
There's no reason they shouldn't be.
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west.
Okay, they were
Used a
great.
mole to get the
Okay.
family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over
And
the
hell yeah,
border
nanomachines.
to
I love nanomachines.
I was the one who conducted
Like,
the operation.
I don't even know how old I was, but it was, what was it, 1998?
Was still full of
Me
holes back then.
hearing about the nanomachines
We got
killing
Sokolov
everyone
over
that
in one piece, but the
Snake
whole
came in contact with.
and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin.
Loved it. Fox dye virus, like he was a carrier. just
Facility in the Soviet Union to
just
develop
as a kid, I mean,
conditions saying
having storytelling like that, especially on the
only a week
PS1.
later that we had
Oh.
something much bigger on our hands.
Oh wait, there's a story going on right now.
October the 16th,
There's a-
1962, President Kennedy received
We're
word that
we're supposed to
the Soviets were in the
be like
process of
stopping a
developing
mech or a Metal Gear or something because of
missiles in Cuba.
the Cold War.
The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But
Is
the
that what
Soviets
happened at
backed
4? I
down.
thought he just
Their
died of old
defense
age because
was on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on
is it
alert
because
to
he
call out
he
nuclear
met with
war.
Snake at the end of 4?
Negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels.
Maybe that was made clear.
Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union.
The ending was like 2.5 hours. I
From Cuba.
I remember parts of it. I remember like it was very clear that Kojima at all costs just wanted to wrap up every thread that he could from the Metal Gear series. He's just like wrap up everything. And for the most part, he did a pretty good job of it.
No strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence.
While this cutscene is going on, I'm just going to do a shot because why not?
Sokolov. They wanted us.
I literally was just running around getting stuff ready, catching up with stuff.
The Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov.
That's right.
What the hell was he working
Feeding the cats.
At the time, we had no idea.
Yeah, he finished off 0 and Big Boss in 5, which is
We could
nice.
Give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to
Wait.
agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me!"
Wait.
Disappeared from my sight.
He finished off 0 and Big in 5, which is
Then a
nice.
month ago, we received some new information from
Big-
one of our moles.
about Sokolov?
Didn't Big Boss die at the end of 4?
He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No,
Oh, the relationship. Okay.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details.
Oh,
Here's
okay,
what
okay,
we
okay.
know.
How they split
Half a year
off and how
ago,
Zero
Soviets
regretted it. Okay.
conducted frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do
There's
with
just so much. I don't know how the hell you remember all that. Probably because you play all these games once a year or whatnot.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
Which
No.
I would love to go back and do it. I used to do that with Shenmue too. I used to play that once a year. I haven't done that in years. I think I beat Shenmue 2 once or twice when the remasters came out, and then
They moved him there just recently.
stop. It's almost like I played the busted 360 version or Xbox version backwards compatible on the 360 more than I did on
Never have been possible if he was still in the research.
the remaster or the
This is our
HD
last
port.
chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted.
Cheers, big boss. That was more. I still got more in there. That was more than a shot. I could have gotten a shot glass, but I'm just didn't feel like getting up. Oh, okay. So that's why he was a vegetable. Did I? Oh, that's right. I can zoom in.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the
Love
safety
this.
of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the
Okay.
balloon.
Yeah, I remember him being on the machine. I just didn't remember why.
I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proof.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
You know,
Shock will be less than
I remember what I was going to say earlier.
The arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
I could be
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
critical, I guess.
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Oh, like a 360 era PS or Xbox One era
Even with the fuel in the reserve
games.
tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit.
But
If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
for whatever reason,
But if anything
like
goes wrong,
PS1,
you'll be
PS2,
eating dinner,
PS
breakfast,
PS1 and
the
PS2.
rest of your meals in the jungle.
PS1 and PS2 era, I don't know. I have a soft spot for, or the graphical issues don't bother me. It's just it's the weirdest thing where I can literally play Sega Saturn games on my 4K TV, not upscaled, not super resolution or anything through the emulator, just like native, like 240p or whatever it was, and love the ever-loving shit out of it. And this is like, you know, 720p at 2 times anti-aliasing or something. Still, but then you put in like Tekken 7, which is a great game. It's such a fun game, but the pixels just like want to like claw my eyes out. So, oh, here we go. No. I mean, that's just the first game that came to mind. There's others that I can mention, but it's just weird. I don't know if it's like the simplicity of these older games, or it's nostalgia goggles. David Hayter. It's so great to hear his voice in this. Like, Sutherland didn't do a terrible job in Metal Gear 5, but it just wasn't the same. And I agree. Like, Kojima pushed the. You know, he did.
Do you copy? You're
Yes.
already in enemy territory. Somebody might be listening.
So much talking.
From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer
Like
to
I'm
each other.
I'm breaking all my
Your
rules.
codename
I don't like to
Mitchell
talk
will
during
be
cutscenes,
Naked
but I
Snake.
would be quiet for
I'll
a
be
long
referring to
time.
as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence.
Excuse me.
Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes.
I feel like I should be wearing like a hat. I just feel like I'm sweating so much.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I like the old
I
school
see.
aesthetic behind
Better
the
go back and get it then. You know where it is?
communication unit or whatever the hell.
I can see it from here.
This ear
It's
device.
stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
There. Awesome. I have control. What happened? Wait, who wasn't Big Boss at the end? Wait, who wasn't? Hold on. Oh, yeah, regarding Kojima pushing the PS2 hardware, it's interesting. I think he always did stuff. He definitely played into the strengths of the system. Because, like, especially with Metal Gear, because Metal Gear 3 ran at 30 and Metal Gear 2 ran at 60. In the one area that the PS2 just dominated, like, every other system, and mainly because the system was designed to function this way, is there was a lot of memory bandwidth, GPU bandwidth, similar to how the 360. So compared to the Xbox, see, the Xbox One was kind of designed to do multiple things in fewer passes, where the PS2 was designed to do like things with multiple layers of rendering layers. Like this is your polygons, and then this is your rain, and that's why Metal Gear 2 on the Xbox just doesn't run that great in spots. And it's usually spots that have a lot of rain and alpha effects. And it's because they didn't really kind of tailor the oh shit, the game to how the Xbox like functions, or the strengths of it. Oh yeah, no,
I see you've retrieved your backpack.
I know he's not. I know V is a doppelganger. He's the one that you kill in the first MSX Metal Gear, which I thought was like just genius.
Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the
I got
weapon
this
you
like
want to
icy
equip
hot patch
and press the
on my
enter button.
back, and it's
For other equipped
It's
items,
not-
just do the same thing from item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
yeah. I
Yeah,
thought that
that's
was
right.
so.
Survival is fundamental to this mission.
When you were
After you've been
playing
out in the
5,
field for a while, your stamina will start to drop.
did you
If stamina
think?
gets too low, it'll affect your performance. Won't be able to shoot accurately, for example.
Did you know? Did
Your
we?
wounds won't heal as smoothly.
We didn't know that it
Keep
was
an
the
eye on your
doppelganger,
stamina
did
so
we?
you don't run out.
That wasn't revealed
Recover
until like the
lost
end.
stamina, you can hunt for local flora and
Right?
fauna. You
Tr-
can use
pretty
either
sure.
your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right.
PS2 was a
Fitted with
beast,
its
and
own
despite it
suppressor.
being weaker hardware, still
However,
did things
suppressor
that
will
Rebel's other
deteriorate
hardware
every time
didn't
you
do.
fire.
Yeah, really,
Once its
where
durability reaches zero, the noise suppression effect will be gone.
the
Don't get
PS2
too
strength
happy
was,
with it.
it was the memory
Suppressor's
bandwidth.
durability is shown in the icon.
It had less memory. It had
Any weapons and
weaker
equipment beyond
CPU.
what you're
The
carrying
GPU was
you'll have to
the
find as you
GPU is
go.
designed differently
I
than
have to find my own weapons and
what
equipment.
GPUs ended
Whose
up
crazy
being
idea was this anyway?
at the time.
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste.
There was things that
Same
slightly
goes for
hinted,
bullets and cartridges, too.
like Ocelot
Your presence
mentoring,
in
despite
enemy
Big
territory
Boss
is already a violation of
being
international
boss.
conventions of warfare.
And with Shrapnel
Aren't
Horn,
supposed to be
he
any
doesn't
American
have in
soldiers in
4.
Russia. It could spark
But
an
no, I
international
didn't
incident.
think it would go
You
there.
can't let anyone see you.
Yeah,
can't
it's
let
the
enemy
it's the
know you're
damnedest
there.
thing. Like, I didn't think
Stealth
about the
mission.
shrapnel
You're a ghost,
difference
Snake,
in
every sense of the word. And there'll be no
like it
rescue
not
if
being
you're
there in
caught.
4.
The
I figured that,
military and
like,
US government will deny
'cause-
any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm not paying
I'm
attention to what's
afraid
going on
so.
anyways.
You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued
But,
a potassium cyanide capsule.
there were times in
Tape it to your
5
body
where
so
the
you can
horn
take it
was
when you
short,
want.
and other times it
How
was like
generous of you.
a demon horn or
Use it
whatever.
if you're taken prisoner
So
by
I didn't know if that was like
sent into a
a
state of false death for a short time.
like a mental
Only if
manifestation in
I'm
his
really
mind,
dead.
and that's
So
why
how
we
do I
didn't see it
come
in
back to
4.
life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
It was how he viewed himself,
I'll introduce them to you. This time,
like when he had a
survival is
gun
of
down his
utmost
own
importance.
men.
The first
that
member
was
of the support
infected,
team will be in
saw
charge of
himself as
monitoring
evil.
your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who jumps out of a parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
She's one of the Patriots?
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name.
Like,
only if you
the
manage to
identity of the
make it back
Patriots,
alive.
I just assumed
My
one of the
frequency is
Patriots was
145.73.
She's also in charge of
Big
recording your
Boss
mission data.
and
Whenever
or
you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
Solidus
So
Snake?
Seagate lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Or was it Solidus Snake was at
There's
war
one more
with the
person I want to
Patriots?
introduce you to, Snake.
It's
Speaking
weird,
of
like,
snakes,
for how much I
you remember
love
Boss,
the Metal
don't you?
Gear series.
A legendary soldier and your
Zero,
mentor.
Big Boss,
Actually,
Ocelot,
it was the
Eva.
boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first
Where is this all explained? Paramedic, Zero, Big Boss, Ocelot, and Eva.
Boss is?
She also
Who's
helped me
Eva?
plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Gonna be interesting to see how the remake plays.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been
Wait,
4
re-
years, 72 days. and
Remake?
18
What
hours.
remake? Oh, of 3? Yeah,
Lost
I
weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I do.
I have
I know
faith.
all
Like,
about
it
you.
seems like it's gonna be a
Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed
The
to
Last
mean?
of Us 1
Why'd you disappear on me all of a
Part
sudden?
1 or whatever the
I
hell
was on a top
type. Like,
secret
it's
mission.
gonna be largely the same gameplay wise,
You
but
didn't need me
prettier.
anymore.
And
There were
I
still
mean,
so many things I wanted you to
the
do.
screenshots, at least to me, give
I
me
taught
some
you
level of
everything you needed to
confidence.
know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a
I
soldier.
mean, hell, are there many
I can't
cutscenes in
teach you
this?
that. A soldier needs
I don't
to
know
be
if we've hit a
strong in
cutscene yet, have
spirit,
we?
body,
I mean,
and technique.
I don't know if they
And
load
the
during the
only thing you
cutscenes.
can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a same
Wait, who?
coin.
But who
It's
is
the same
Eva?
thing.
What am I
I
missing?
can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure
She
it out for
okay?
yourself.
Is Eva just in
Listen to me,
4?
Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now.
I'm sorry. I'm
doesn't
probably
mean they always
I'm probably
will.
like really
Having
really
personal
just
feelings about your comrade
letting you
is one of
down
the
as
worst
a
sins you can commit. Politics
fellow,
are taking place
Metal
on
Gear
the
fan.
battlefield, and politics are a living thing.
Oh, she's in
They
this.
change
Oh,
along with
okay.
the times.
Oh,
Yesterday's
wait.
good might
Is
be
Eva
tomorrow's
the?
evil.
Wait. Is Eva the
It
spy?
had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack.
Oh,
I was
that's
on
what you
top
meant, Bill, about the spy in Metal Gear 3.
Has to follow whatever orders he's
Oh,
given.
okay.
It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a
I was
reason to
wondering.
fight.
I was honestly
You're a
wondering why
natural-born fighter, but you're not
why
quite a
Bill said the
soldier.
spy in Metal Gear 3.
A soldier is a
I didn't know that
brave
was in
tool, nothing more.
line with me asking
That's
who's
doubly
Eva.
true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies
Excuse me.
and no friends. Only the mission. You follow
Okay,
the
so
orders.
again, let me
That's what
remind
being
you
a
that I've only
soldier
beaten
is.
this once or twice.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
And I'm an
That's
old
not the same
man, and
thing.
this came out
Sooner
many
or
many
later,
moons
your
ago.
conscience is going to bother you.
Big Ma.
In
Wait,
the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier
is she really
or
called
just
Big
another
Mama?
man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
Wait,
I follow the
wait,
president
wait,
and the top
wait,
brass.
wait.
I'm ready to
I
die
thought.
if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who
Okay, so
dictate
this is
themselves.
Big Boss just like
Then
talking
who
about how.
does?
Uh oh.
Times.
Why was I
People's
disconnected from
values
live?
change
What
over
happened?
time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute
Oh God, please don't let
terms.
my stream just
the enemies
die.
we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's
why
no
am I-
point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe
I
in
thought-
with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right.
Hold on, I'm getting distracted by that.
What is it?
I have questions. Okay.
Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same
What?
here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and
Hey,
infiltrating
Tavish. Yeah,
villages. But
XDefiant
this
is.
the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those
It's a
CQC
Call of
techniques
Duty-fied
I taught you are shorter
Ubisoft
than
universe hybrid.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years.
How is Ocelot Boss's
Not to
son?
worry. I'll be here to help
Like
you
she
win.
looks
After all, this is
too
your
young
first
for him
actual
and
survival
for him to
mission.
be his
I'll be
son,
supporting you
her
over the
son
phone.
here.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Well, then she ages very, very well
The mission is to retrieve Dr.
because
Dr. Sokolov
like,
is being held in an abandoned factory.
she's a
located
boss
north
in this,
of
for
your
fuck's
current
sake.
position.
Like,
Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
yes, I know. Oh my.
Try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Wait a oh, God. Hold on, slow down. What?
Commencing virtuous mission.
Well, this is the 70s, isn't it? So, okay, never. But wait, even if this is the 70s, oh my God. That went down the wrong hole. Yeah, no, we got to talk about this soon because. And see, that's the thing when Metal Gear 5 came out, I did watch some of those like Metal Gear or leading up to it, like here's Metal Gear 4 or Metal Gear series story in a nutshell. But I don't remember. I remember there were like videos that were like 2 hours long, and those ones that were like a half hour long or less, and I watched those. And I don't remember any of the ones that I watched get into that kind of detail. Okay. Finally. Oh, hold on. Oh, this changes it back to the classic view. How do I... There we go. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, XDefiant is like a... Oh, wait. No, I don't want to go there yet. Is there anything else for me here? No. I'm sure it's going to find an audience. So wait, okay, hold on. Let me go back to the chat. So Eva is Solid Snakes and Liquid's mom. Get in the box and call Zero. Do I already have the box? I don't have a box. Okay, I thought... Okay, hold on. Just help me out with this, because this is kind of blowing my mind right now. I thought... I thought Solid and Liquid Snake were clones of Big Boss. And that's why they aged faster and everything like that. Hold on. Okay. Shit, is there a way that I can get out of this without shooting? Or am I stuck in shooting now? I know in the PS2 days they had the analog button so you can kind of half press to draw. Oh, okay, I'll just duck at the same time. Okay. Eva carried them against Big Boss's will. One of the things he hated Zero for. Oh, so did Zero like help hide her while she was pregnant? Oh, hello. Okay. We're just gonna... Oh, is this gonna be... Oh, hold on. Oh, I see that over there. Okay, come on. You can't see me. So, Wait. Okay, so did they clone them as like embryos and then implant them in Eva? Because didn't Big Boss and Eva kind of, you know, bow chicka bow wow? Oh. What better way to take out a threat than with something just as dangerous? Yeah, Big Boss didn't like the idea of being cloned. The point of cloning him was to maintain his legacy. Okay. Okay. So that's so they weren't like literally test tube babies. They okay. Give me a box, you cowards. Now I want to do this. What the hell?
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Ah, fuck.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth
I gotta get a
mission.
new camera.
Got that?
I
The Major
definitely
is
have to get a new
right.
camera.
The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage.
Outer Heaven.
Change
Wasn't
your
Outer Heaven in
camouflage by selecting camouflage from
5?
the survival viewer. The uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively.
What was Outer
Also,
Heaven in? I
don't
remember
forget
Outer
that
Heaven. Like
anything
I
that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you
Oh,
just stand
was
up and
Pete
run around
was
with
Outer
your
Heaven
boots,
what
you're
was
bound to be
Outer
spotted.
Heaven the thing that was
But if you
attacked
crawl
in the
instead,
begin like
you should
pre
be able to
5?
sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows
Okay,
how well
okay.
your current camouflage blends in with the
So Outer
surrounding
Heaven
area.
wasn't like one
The higher
thing
the
though,
value,
because like
the
Outer
harder
Heaven,
you are to spot,
if Outer
or
Heaven
vice versa.
in 4 was a sub, in 5,
The key is
at least
to
for
make
that
yourself
one
with
scene, it was like a
nature.
base or
Keep
something.
that in mind as you go along, okay?
What the hell is Zanzar Land? I'm sorry. His little T-Rex arms right there. It just kind of cracked me up at that head angle. One thing I thought, and they got this right in Metal Gear 5, that I thought like the older school Metal Gears, like even, I thought this even back, and maybe because by the time Metal Gear 3 came out, I already, oh fuck. I already played Splinter Cell. No, you're good. You don't see me. Oh, Zanzibar. Wait, can he see me? Yeah, oh yeah, he can. Oh, this is not going well. This is not going well at all. Okay. Hold on. Oh, there's more. Oh no. Can I leave and come back? Can I redo this whole thing? This is what I get for not paying attention to the game. It's just being so like blown away by I am partially ashamed. And I don't feel shame very often. You know, like I love Metal Gear as much as I do Resident Evil, and I'm starting to realize that I have a much better grasp of the Resident Evil. Maybe because it's simpler or not so intertwined, maybe. Oh my god. America. Fuck yeah. I know. Look, okay. In my defense, no. What is wrong? Wait. That is just wrong. Okay, see, I got a bunch of -5s on everything else. So this seems like it's the best one right now. It's terrible. Like, that's definitely one thing that did not age well at all. Like, you're putting blackface as an option in a game. Like, what the hell? I mean, that's what it. That's kind of what it. I get it. I'm sure that there are shadowed areas where it is beneficial, and that it was not their intention. Oh, it like kind of carries over. Hold on. I gotta pay attention to this. I gotta actually like, because they got a silencer from like the 70s. It's only good for so many shots. Look, I am terrible when it comes to names. And that, I don't know where it was ever. I know you're fucking with me. But, like, I don't remember it being ever clearly defined that was her son. That Ocelot was the boss's son. That's... Even though the more I think about it, the more it does sound familiar. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. I'm just gonna crawl the whole way. Huh? There's no one here. God, is he gonna peek in here? Are you gonna peek in here?
Nobody here.
Wait till I find out the day. Is it 0? Is 0? Wait, who's okay now? Who's the dad? Who's the dad of Ocelot? I mean, Ocelot, I believe, it just looks old enough to be the dad. Wait, he's not looking. Get up, you bastard! Run! Nope, no one's here. No one's here. Him? Wait, nope. It's the Sorrow, the ghost-like boss in this game. What? When do those remasters come out? What is it? Like, is that another September game? Later? Oh, what I was saying earlier. Yeah, after this came out after Splinter Cell, and ever since 3 and on, I always thought that Snake needed kind of like a crouch walking, like in between. October 20th. Man, that's almost the same thing. September and October are just stacked. So both of them are disgusting. Yeah. If I remember, It was what was his name? Like Matt Penning or something. There was someone that played kind of a critical role in the design of 4 to make it a bit more modernized, if I remember correctly. Oh, that did not work out how I thought it would work out.
There's nothing here.
Okay, it was that not? Oh no, that wasn't the. Haha. Oh shit. Oh shit. Night, Jay. Thanks for hanging out and just like kind of blowing my mind for the last 40 minutes, hour, or whatever, half hour. Like, yeah, we gotta talk. But yeah, I'm definitely down for it's like a chilled, like good session of Street Fighter next week. It's been forever since, or not forever, but like I love just chilling and playing video fighters. Whoa! Oh my God! Snake! Come on, yell Snake. Snake is dead. That's all you're gonna give me. I did that on purpose. Just want you to know that. I did that on purpose. Have a good night, Jay. I swear I do love the series. I've been playing the series like, well, not as long as Resident. For the PS1 generation, for me, it was defined by Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, and Metal Gear. Like those three. Like there were plenty of other games that I adored and loved and played, but those three were just
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held.
such major highlights.
This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. And do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Okay, if I remember correctly, this is more difficult than I think it is. Or like, hold on. Okay, we're just. It's the weirdest thing how. Oh no 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 no! That was nothing. That was absolutely nothing.
There's nobody here.
Love it. Am I supposed to go up? Oh, oh, no, 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 no. I was not supposed to do that at all. Shit. Is there a red camouflage I can change to? Desert Tiger? Is it gonna help me? Okay, we'll go with Desert Tiger. And then no, that I can't even joke around about that. That just looks terrible. You can't see me, right? No. I don't know how much they pay attention to where I go. Oh, hello. Ow. Oh, can I hide in this? Not now. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh, this is not going well. This. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. What do you want? What did I do?
Snake, do you read? Snake.
Major.
Snake, are you all right?
No, I'm not alright.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You're far from okay. Look at your life gauge. You're on your last leg.
No, I can still.
See?
Snake, this is a solo sneaking mission. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Haha.
It means there's no backup, no cavalry. If you're taken out, nobody is there to take your place. Pull out for now and recuperate.
What?
Find a hiding place and get some rest. Your life gauge will gradually recover with time.
Oh.
The speed of your life gauge recovery depends on the level of your stamina gauge. So get plenty to eat, then get some rest. You hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my god, there's guys everywhere. Like, I don't understand where they want me to find some rest. You don't see me. You don't see me, right?
Right there?
No. No. Ah. Yeah, that's 100% the controls. That's the one area, like. But see, it's weird because like, I don't know how they would improve the controls where the controls are so closely tied. They're so closely tied to how
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Snake. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know if I should. Oh, it doesn't. These checkpoints don't reset my like gauge. Oh, how do I? Damn it! I guess I just have to. Oh, that's definitely in the stream. Yeah, this is a lock 60, which in itself is concerning. Okay, so I'm not gonna go up those stairs like the last time. What can I change to? I remember by the end having just a bunch of different options. Oh, no, 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 you don't see anything. You don't know. And, oh. God damn it. Oh my God, I'm getting lit up. Oh my God. Ha! Ha ha! Yeah, no, there's a lot of like the physics interactions with grass bullets. Yeah, there's a lot of like nice little. That's kind of Kojima style though. There's like Metal Gear 2, there's ice cubes you can knock over in this like lounge area, and they'll melt if you sit there long enough. These ice cubes will gradually get smaller before just becoming nothing, and it's really amazing the little micro details. And like back down with Metal Gear 2, you can shoot like very specific. What the hell? How many countdowns are there?
Control here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
I wonder if a countdown doesn't count. Oh wait, that doesn't count. It's just alert phase, right? Yes. Also, if load screens go away in the remake, then the whole trick of leaving an area to break away from the alert down or again. Oh, those. I see what you mean. If it's going to be like one continuous, instead of you leaving an area for a new area.
You must be Sokolov.
You're right. That would break,
You, one of Volkin's men.
you know, one of your options.
You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Your CIA.
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero.
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late. What is it?
The Monopoly Man, okay?
It means
He's the
he's a
Monopoly
man
man.
of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get
Oh,
out
I
of
didn't.
here before they arrive.
I didn't think you were hating on the remake.
Who's they?
And that's a good point I didn't think about, where if they do away with those load screens, which
Thunderbolt.
technically they don't need them.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural
This remake
policies has put him in a precarious
fills
position.
my heart with hate.
The tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's
Oh
assassination.
shit! Hold on.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place.
What the hell was that? Hold on.
Behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB 812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
Yeah, I think when I come back from Europe, one of the first things I'm going to invest in is a new camera.
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then the soldiers outside.
NX Gamer did a great job with his Starfield 30 frame per
They
second
would need
video.
that many men just to keep me inside.
Well, X for
Their
doubt.
orders
No,
were to prevent
I
me
believe you. I just
from capturing me.
I will be a self-admitted hypocrite, okay? Because I know that I am like
Process, or so it would seem.
a rather staunch defender of Digital Foundry, because like it's clear that they all have their preferences and biases and whatnot. But I think they do
Get me out of here before then.
a pretty good job of like we all have our own preferences and biases. I don't hold that against any of them.
You're rushing
But I think they do a relatively good job of, you know, trying to stick to like objective truths when it comes to their analysis. NX Gamer, the last video I saw of his
America is truly a frightening
was when he did the breakdown for
I have no love for this place. Let's go.
the current gen update for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And with that, it wasn't even like a current gen update. It was a cross-gen API
Major,
update.
this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
Oh,
What about the
takes
sentry?
place in the 60s? That makes even more sense.
Them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
But, oh, this is awesome. If I remember correctly, this is... I don't always agree with their opinions. Well, I don't always agree with... I don't watch NX Gamer enough. I don't watch him at all. Like, literally, the last video of his I saw was of the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and he acted out. I don't know if he specifically said, he may have, but he very clearly acted out as if 900p at 60 frames per second was the best that the Series S can do. And I'm sorry, but that's a bunch of bullshit. Like, it's... If you could be 1080p on the PS4 and hold a relatively solid at 30 frames per second, it can surely do 1080p 60 on the Series S. There's no doubt about it. Unless I could see there being bandwidth limitations to that. But even then, I don't know. Like, it was a cross-gen update. It's a Gen 9 aware game. It's not even a full Gen 9 game. And it just that and wasn't he one of the like people that was kind of pushing the RDNA 3 narrative with the PS5? And I also saw a video of his where he like made claims that the PS5 is going to be able to do more with when he did his breakdown on the PS5. That was also a red flag to me because he like was making claims like the PS5 would
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
He was talking about how the PS5 was going to be able to like basically more efficiently use the GPU because of the SSD speed disparity between that and the series consoles. Whereas Digital Foundry has always like held the opinion that the larger GPU with you know, wait, did his his hat fell off really weird there. But you know, that's in stark contrast to like where Digital Foundry was, where Digital Foundry was always like the Series X should do better. And like in multiple developer directs, they talked about how it's weird that in some games the PS5 does better. Wait, Moore's Law was pushing RDNA 3 on the PS5? I thought Moore's Law mainly stuck to PC stuff. I've seen some of Moore's Law stuff, but it was usually related to you know, upcoming PC news and rumors.
Even if it is for the Gru.
Who's MLID, by the way?
Take cover.
But yeah, I'll watch it. That'll be the first video I watch of NX Gamer, and it's a shame because I used to really like NX Gamer and like during the PS4, Xbox One days. I thought he like covered everything relatively well. I think he got some things a bit more wrong, if that makes sense. Than Digital Foundry, for example, or even what is that other YouTube channel? They don't talk or anything. They just have frame rate analysis.
That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Oh, Moore's Law is dead. Okay. I see now. That makes sense. I was wondering where that RDNA 3 nonsense was coming from because, I mean, it's definitely RDNA 2 through and through. Oh, is this dude gonna shit his pants? Oh, he got some kind of dart in him.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
I love that. I love that.
The American dog.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
But I gotta say, that's the one thing regarding the whole Starfield 30 frame per second, I guess, narrative. It's been largely positive by like the professional
I
people.
read you.
It's only like
Snake,
the
you all right?
I've run into a few
grasping for
snags.
straws
These guys were after
fanboys
Sokolov, too.
like J-Dub
Apparently
and
they were taking orders from a
whoever
group
else
called
that really
Vulcan.
should not be given any
Part of an
amount
internal
of
Soviet power struggle, according to
air to
Sokolov.
breathe.
Something between
Not
the KGB and
not
the
that
Kremlin.
way, not like
Between
not
Khrushchev's
that they should
supporters and
die,
Volgans.
but that they should
Sokolov
just
is
be
being
given any
guarded by
space
the
like a
KGB
platform.
and hunted by Gru? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole
Because like
Kremlin
anyone
state.
that's seen that
I agree.
direct,
You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by
you
himself.
have to understand why it's 30.
We're counting on you.
Oh, Moore's Law is Dead had an interview with the Obsidian contractor. Was it like absolutely terrible? Oh, I gotta get out of here. What's going? What? Oh my! See, this is why I need to pay attention to cutscenes. I have no idea where I'm going.
Snake, stay alert. The KGB and GRU both have their sights set on Sokolov. GRU is a military espionage outfit, the intelligence wing of the Soviet Defense Ministry's General Staff Office. It competes with the KGB, which is under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and the two are always watching each other.
Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Exactly. Now, added to that rivalry, there's a vicious power struggle going on between the Khrushchev faction and the anti-Khrushchev faction.
So Khrushchev is using the KGB and
Oh, the contractor wanting to know how game engines work? That's awesome.
That's the idea. The two factions are fighting over Sokolov. We're in an extremely dangerous situation here.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Did the contractor like
Get
reveal what
Sokolov
games he
out
was
of their
involved in
sight.
at
He
Obsidian?
must not be turned over to the KGB or to the GRU. Sokolov took off in the direction of the rope bridge. Get after him. Hurry!
Okay, the rope. Okay. So, oh, the rope bridge where I came from. See, you'd almost think that they have to keep these, like, load zones just for these cutscenes, like, transitions. But I don't know. Maybe, like, it happened so fast. It's just like a big, a brief blink about what
Spetsnaz?
Yes.
area you're entering.
Has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Oh, nice.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
Wait. Zuckerberg wants to fight Elon Musk in a cage mask match.
No, this is only the end of
Did he, like,
one.
reveal this on Facebook? He's not going to reveal it on Twitter.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War.
He put Instagram.
And then the age of fear.
You know what? I'd be okay with that. If billionaires or whatever went in a cage match and fought each other.
I didn't want to die.
I mean,
To see my wife and child.
part of me would be annoyed just because it's like you're doing this for attention.
Quickly.
But at the same time, if there was any hope of them actually like just beating each other's asses, I would actually be okay with that. I imagine that the moment that either one of them gets punched in the face, they're going to just throw in the towel. It's like you have an android versus an alien. And I just can't see either one of them being more mobile. Even me in my crippled state would be more mobile and capable of a cage match than either one of them. At least I've been in an actual fight. Wait, Zuckerberg does martial arts? Oh my god. Okay, then I definitely want to see it. Oh, hey, boss. See, she does not look old to me.
Boss.
Oh, jujitsu.
Good work, Jack.
What do you
That'd actually be a good practice for
Comes with me.
a cage match if they're allowed to go on the ground. Zuckerberg can pin him, do some kind of hold.
Hornets?
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Oh, is that the dude that is Ocelot's dad? Elon says he'll do it? Yeah, fucking right. Oh, look. He's also in 5. Yeah, Elon will buy... Yeah, he'll fight Zuckerberg just like he wanted to buy Twitter. If both of them, like, willingly agree to it, it's going to be just like a joke.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss.
Yeah, this is the man on fire in 5. Well, that big guy back there.
Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he?
That was a weird animation to put in a cutscene.
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
It's a tranquilizer dart. I'd pull the trigger in a heartbeat on you. I don't even give you a... I don't know what you were thinking, Snake. Could have shot her right in the shoulder, slowed her ass down. Ooh.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him.
I love that. I'm sure he sets off the bullets and stuff. I do like how, even though he's already like established as a badass at this point, it's still like his coming of age, where he just like gets kicked up to the next level.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Just do a shot every time there's like just an extended type of cutscene. I do wonder if I've watched more than I played at this point. See, she purposely let him live.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button, and surgical treatment using the weapon window.
I forget all about this.
Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button.
They didn't make any of this like straightforward.
To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Okay. Cure. All right. Deep cuts, bleeding. Oh crap, was I supposed to do disinfectant first? I what? Suffering from deep bandage? No bandage? What? I'm so confused. Oh, okay. Hold on. One thing I do not agree with Digital Foundry is some of the doom and gloom with modern games. I do agree with. I don't know if I'd put it to doom and gloom. I think it's actually just a realistic take on gaming today. Okay, so wait, suffering from deep cut bleed. Okay, so I have to. Okay. I mean, how many truly polished games day one have we seen this year? You know, it's. I mean, there was Hi-Fi Rush, and I mean AAA, like big budget AAA. And I know Hi-Fi Rush isn't really considered a fasten with a splint, no bandage applied. Okay, there we go. Okay. No bandage applied, no disinfectant. So this would be bandage. My God, I use so much of this shit. The fuck is... What stops bleeding? There we go. Okay. But I'd say Hi-Fi Rush, Diablo, Final Fantasy 16, And that's it. Like I wouldn't count Atomic Heart in that, considering the performance and like bugs that were on it with like Z fighting. There was bugs specific that were to the Xbox version. Man, I use so much. You know, it's no, Atomic Heart. I'm not saying Atomic Heart was bad at launch, but I don't know if I consider it the most polished because it had performance problems. It had random dips. It had, I think it even had like a camera stutter. There was transparency, or the video file animations didn't load properly on the Xbox specifically. It had Z fighting with the foliage. Wait, so does Final Fantasy 16 what? Have Z fighting? There we go. Oh, I didn't realize my camera wasn't working again. Damn it. I always got to unplug it and plug it back in. Yeah, it has drops like in one town or something. Like 90. Assuming, you know, I'm going to trust Digital Foundry that they did their due diligence, that 99% of the game runs at a lock 30. I'm fine with that. And it, you know, it does have those little minor issues, like with the animations of side things. But I don't consider that like as a buggy or incomplete. Just there's a lot of games. You think devs and publishers are stretched? Yeah, no, developers and publishers are definitely stretched too thin. Cross-gen was, you know, like you add. Oh, okay, these are my allies. No, these are my enemies. That's the Metal Gear. No, yeah, Tavish, I 100% agree. Like, the amount of platforms, QA, you know, the engineering efforts that it took to get things to run on the PS4, Xbox One could have been applied to the series consoles, the PS5. Like, I'm hoping things do improve, but you look at, like, the major releases this year, I mean, well, like, Dead Space had issues at launch. Redfall, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd describe their description as doom and gloom, but there is a trend, and like, if anyone's gonna know, it's gonna be people that analyze the technical side of games. And honestly, I think on the console side, they've been mostly positive. It's the PC side that's been suffering the most the last couple of years, and I think the over reliance of between DX12 and Unreal Engine 4, with things like shader compilation stutter, the lack of proper threading when it comes to CPU utilization, but that's also something that's also plagued like consoles. Arkham Knights or whatever, whatever that offshoot game is, that should never have been locked to 30 on console. Same thing with Redfall. Both of those games are Unreal Engine 4 games that are clearly not threaded properly for multi-core CPUs.
going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Yeah, again, Tavish, I 100% agree. Like, I don't think the focus on frame rate is unwarranted, because you have both console manufacturers that marketed their consoles as like 120 frame per second consoles, which both of them have, you know, capitalized and taken advantage of and like enjoyed that performance profile. But you know, you're both console manufacturers kind of marketed their consoles as the next big thing, and I think the abundance of 60 frame per second games has shifted expectations, and rightfully so. But I don't think a lot of people kept in mind or envisioned or whatnot or realized that as we get into more and more current gen territory,
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
is going to require like lower frame rates. And don't get me wrong, I wholeheartedly think that with the additional memory, with the additional everything, CPU, everything, you can still have quote unquote next gen experiences and graphics and everything at 60 frames. I mean, just look at Doom, the Doom games, both Doom games, but especially Eternal last gen. You know, and that 60 frames per second isn't going to take away from the higher memory pools that we have on the higher end consoles. The Series S, that's kind of a different story. I really do believe that the Series S, Microsoft should have forked over just the additional. I know that they're probably losing more on the Series S than the Series X, and this is already a tall order. But and I can just picture it in their mind that they were thinking, oh, 8 gigs of available memory, yes, we want to save. On the Series S is enough, considering how there's still like 6 to 8 gig GPUs out there on the PC side. But I still think that Microsoft should have forked over the additional memory so that they could have had 12 gigs in the Series S. And it does make me wonder, like, if they had 12 gigs in the Series S, could they be running 1X versions of their games? Like, would the emulator be optimized enough to kind of offset that difference between RDNA 2 performance per clock versus GNA, or was it GNC? GNC was the previous architecture, right? GCN. That's what it was. So it's so long since I even considered that. But you know, it was like estimated that thanks, Bill. Yeah, it was GCN. But it was estimated, or roughly estimated, that like a 4 teraflop RDNA would be roughly equivalent to like a 5 to 6 teraflop GCN, right? If properly utilized. But you know, you combine that with like just how many games are lacking ray tracing on the Series S, and that ray tracing seems to be largely dependent on the memory demands that it introduces. But yeah, like outside of all that hubbub, I 100% agree with what Tavish was saying. I don't think that target power for the Series S should be about running 1X games at res. That target audience display can't even display the target. Oh no, you're right. Like, despite their marketing, I think that's another. And let me know if like this music is just overpowering me. By the way, but no, yeah. Despite Microsoft marketing the Series S as a 1440p console, which It is, and it can be. Hell, it could be a 4K console. I think by and large, it's a 1080p console. And I think the 1440p aspect was largely with like 30 frame per second target. But I love this music. God, I love the Metal Gear games. But you know, like to go back to like the beginning of the conversation, I really, really do hope that now that fewer platforms are being targeted, and they don't have to compensate and like make all these considerations and Q&A, especially Q&A, and especially just like publishers just didn't seem willing to properly compensate or calibrate for supporting what? 7 consoles? Yeah, 7 consoles, and then that's not even counting the countless configurations that you have in the PC space. I do think it's interesting and kind of reassuring, I guess. That Starfield requires an SSD. Like, hell yeah. Like that's what we are all kind of talking about now. I don't even think I mean, it makes sense for a lot of the PlayStation games to not require an SSD because they were PlayStation 4 iterations, but I don't even think oh god, what is that one? The one PS. No, there's 2 PS5 only games. There's Ratchet and Clank, which I think does require an SSD. And then what's that game that you're always down on, Tavish? The PS5 game, the shooter, the looter shooter. I don't think Demon's Souls was ever ported to PC, unfortunately, yet. Oh, Returnal, yeah. I don't even think Returnal requires an SSD. I think Ratchet and Clank does, and Starfield does, and that's it. But that's good. I think that's good to see. I think that's an absolutely good thing, where the industry at large just moves over to SSD. And the crazy thing is, I could be wrong. I'm going to look it up now. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Cyberpunk does require it as well.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKD-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same
Oh yeah, the crazy.
time,
I'm looking at Steam's for Ratchet and Clank, and the specs aren't even fully fleshed out.
From one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with
I mean, it's clear that you can even have a I think Digital Foundry tested even a drive slower than the Series X, and it still was enough.
But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volkov.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything regarding Ratchet and Clank's final specs. Yeah. But I love the fact that we are moving over to SSDs, and it is interesting how
During World War II, she was
none of it
the one who
requires
led us to
M.2
victory
drives.
in that war.
I think I have like two M.2 drive slots in my PC. I don't have a single drive installed. I have like 3 SSDs, and they're all just SATA SSDs, which is fine enough for me.
Two miniature nuclear shells along with
But
it.
that's also because the decompression blocks.
I'm afraid
What's
so.
because of the
Luckily,
decompression
they were a
blocks?
gift
The
for new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery
what
system was
what's
complete
because
2
now
years
the
ago.
decompression blocks are a
Series
strength
problems
of both
were found with the
consoles.
launcher's range and precision.
And I think we see it
Although
in
they
some
were
of the
mass-produced, they've never been
current
deployed.
gen regarding using a slower SSD on the PS5. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Don't get me wrong, like it's interesting because Insomniac's and PlayStation's claims were Ratchet and Clank couldn't be done, like it needed the PS5, right? Or like because of the power of the PS5 that they were able to make the game do what it does. I think that's 100% right. And that's only because when they market games like that and when they speak about games like that, they're not considering the series consoles. They're not considering the PC. They're comparing they're comparing what Ratchet and Clank would be on the PS5 versus what it'd be on the PS4. And if they try to port it on the PS4 with a standard hard drive, it in a sense would not be the same game. Yeah, you can have the portals and stuff, but things would have to be changed.
I don't know what else to tell you.
And the decompression blocks on both of the consoles is a strength because when we see games that are current gen being ported over the PC, like The Last of Us Part 1, that horrible PC. Well, it's actually a good PC port now, I guess. They fixed it up enough where with the most recent patch where it can be finally like recommended and played on the PC. But still, like it thrashes the CPU. And I think that's because a lot of that decompression is being handled on the CPU side on PC, whereas it's handled on decompression blocks. And I wonder if we're going to see the exact same thing with Starfield.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little
So
proactive?
it's a good thing. Like honestly, outside of like bulk storage, I don't know why anyone would bother with hard drives. Like I have 3 hard drives on my computer, but none of them. I don't do any of them for like demanding throughput type of tasks. Like for example, when I'm recording lossless video for frame rate analysis, that's all done on an SSD because the standard drives don't have the throughput to support those high bit rates for recording. I have
Nuclear attack on the United States.
I have 2 8 terabyte external drives and 1 9 terabyte external drive. I gotta buy another one for backups of a lot of my videos and captures and work. NX Gamer covers exactly that in detail for Starfield. Oh, the PC requirements? It's so the one thing that I'm curious on it, if NX Gamer touches on it, and I'm surprised that Digital Foundry didn't, but who knows? I don't remember if Digital Foundry went. No, when Digital Foundry did their Starfield direct piece, I don't think the PC requirements were out. But I do find it interesting that for Starfield's recommended requirements, and I have not paid attention to any of these cutscenes. I do find it interesting that the recommended CPU is an AMD 3600. And an AMD 3600 is roughly similar in performance profiling to the CPUs in the consoles. It's slightly below, like just a notch below what the CPUs in the consoles can do. It only has 6 cores versus the 8 cores, and 12 threads versus the 16 threads. But the amount of cache in the CPU side, on the PC side, I should say, that's where I think the performance disparity is, because it definitely doesn't measure up to a 3700, which is what the CPUs are originally based off of. But I find it interesting that the recommended setting for Starfield has a 3600, AMD 3600, and I would be really surprised and shocked if the recommended PC requirements are for 30 frames. NX Gamer covers the various ways Starfield would be bottlenecked most likely. Digital Foundry was more so just casual covering of the game. Yeah, no, they were just kind of commenting on the direct, and it didn't seem like they were interested in doing like an actual technical deep dive or analysis or even theorize until the game was out. It's kind of disappointing in that way, where like IGN had a chance to play. Now, like, I would have loved to have Digital Foundry have a chance to play Starfield out instead of IGN. But I get it. Like, IGN was there in LA, or they, I think Ryan might live in LA. I'll have to you've talked me into it, Tavish. I'll have to watch the NX Gamer coverage. Because it from the gist of what you're saying, it seemed like he was more objective and fair towards like the outlook of that game. The PC requirements do interest me in the sense because what will be the modding potential on PC? See, the modding potential, that is one of the things that it would not surprise me if Bethesda kind of were keeping in their back pocket.
You read me.
Where glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission
despite them,
time.
hold on. Let me pay attention to the objectives, so I know what the hell I'm doing.
Then destroy it, and finally eliminate the boss.
Okay, rescue scientists, destroy Metal Gear, kill Big Boss, or kill the boss.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volkin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
I must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped.
Okay, they're talking about side shit.
Prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis fight.
IGN will have IGN first for it, I'm sure. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know they got that stuff on lock.
Harry and Tom.
I get it.
Definitely.
Use the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name.
I mean,
bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least that was
when it came to some people talking about Starfield potentially be Game of the Year potential,
Tom was one of the
before the direct, I was
the Nazis before it was finished.
I don't know about that. Just and that is purely on my own bias, where I saw it as
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name.
Where I saw it as Fallout in space. But after the direct, it's clearly a lot more than that. It plays a lot better than Fallout. It's actually kind of funny because it does seem like they kind of have a Fallout 76 VAT type of system for the space battles, which I'm totally down with. Like the
is this her last chance too?
The targeting system. But the modding, with you guys mentioning the modding, I think that's like not a secret weapon, but kind of like a last hurrah surprise thing that Bethesda's keeping in their back pocket. Because I would be really surprised if they didn't have modding support for console day one.
And there's one more person on the support team.
They added it to Fallout 4 after the fact. They had it for Skyrim Remastered day one, if I remember correctly. They built up this reputation, and in a way, kind of an expectation between Microsoft and Bethesda.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
It's kind of shocking how many are saying it now has a real good shot at overtaking Zelda Game of the Year. Anyone suggesting as much 2 weeks ago? Oh, yeah. 2 weeks ago would have been laughed at. I'm one of those people that would have laughed at you. Legit, just from all of the all of the just the impressions, not even just the reviews, just like ignoring the reviews. Other developers just fawning over Zelda. Gamers, by and large, just loving it, coming up with all these interesting ideas. And I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Like, I saw a machine that like was designed that were like, it was like an unfolding bridge over like water areas. And it's just like, and I still think Zelda has a very good chance of winning Game of the Year. But before the direct, I thought it was on. Just Zelda had it locked down. If Bethesda really can pull off all the ambition and everything, and I have a lot of faith that they can. I don't even think people are really expecting Bethesda to fail per se. I think I think what they're more so expecting, or wouldn't be surprised at seeing, is kind of like the Bethesda jank, or like, oh wow, I don't have a silencer. I think most of the people are just expecting like the Bethesda jank or innocent bugs, I'll say. Like what happened with Fallout 76 is one thing that was not a shining moment for Bethesda. But Skyrim, I thought, was relatively polished. Sure, it had Bethesda jank. Sure, it had plenty of bugs. But they're all just, like, kind of charming in a way. And I think that's what most people are expecting. If I actually saw a video, it was, like, Inside Gaming or something. Yesterday, 2 days ago. And one of the guys was saying, like, they were expecting, like they would be disappointed if Starfield was polished at launch because they enjoyed the bugs. But if Starfield comes out like polished to a sheen, it lives up to all the ambition, it all works cohesively, and is polished and everything. Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be a much more difficult conversation between Zelda and Star Wars. Or Starfield. Star Wars. Like, does 30 frames per second on consoles limit what mods can be available on consoles? Also, the Creation Club coming back. No, 30 frames has no bearing on what mods are available. If anything, it opens it up because you're not going to be GPU or CPU bound. Memory is going to be the same kind of consumption. Now, there could be a memory advantage to 30 frames if developers or Bethesda feels the need to cache data, because the less time you have per frame, I imagine the more beneficial it would be to potentially cache some data in memory, which would then eat up memory that would otherwise be taken up or available for like textures or whatnot. So, but in regards to mods, no, the 30 frame per second cap isn't going to impose any limitations. If anything, it would make things easier. I think it depends on Starfield having a really strong story. If it has that emotional impact too, I think it will win. Recency bias and raw ambition will work in his favor, especially if it's polished. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would ever describe a Bethesda game as or story as emotional. Epic, maybe. And fortunately or unfortunately, I guess depending on what you're looking for in your story in a game, I don't think Starfield is going to change anyone's mind in like an emotional story. That doesn't mean the story can't be good. I actually thought the story in Oblivion was pretty good, despite the issues with that game. You can have a good story without it like providing that emotional impact. Though I think having an emotional impact would be beneficial. It does make those stories more memorable. And, you know, the emotional impact could be dependent, you know. There's a number of things regarding Morrowind that I had an emotional response that I didn't have in Oblivion or Skyrim. But none of it had really to do with the story, but more so like the systematic way that the game played out. You think this might be their... You bitch. Shoot her in the head. Just shoot her in the head right now.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Oh, I don't like that look. Shoot her. You should have shot her before.
Go home.
So what is she supposed to be like 60 here?
You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss.
Oh, I used to love these cutscenes when the game first came out. Like,
I'm not your boss anymore.
I thought they were amazing.
There's nothing
Slow motion and everything. Like it's kind of like a Michael Bay aspect to it, like a Kojima aspect, really.
Boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Oof. Those explosions.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
I love how the bandana, like, oh, plays a role.
Again, I'll kill you. Now, Go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not
I don't think she's with the Russians, though. The Russians want us to take them down.
I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough.
Okay, so that even though she just crushed your arm after crushed your hand after breaking your arm, and you're still.
You've lost your weapon, right? That means
I get it. He's got mommy issues.
Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
I think this might be their first emotional story in the sense that unique in what it sets out to do. Other games don't really ever attempt first. Yeah, no, the first contact angle is interesting. I don't know if touching an artifact, oh shit! This is what I get for talking. I don't know if touching an artifact. Oh my god! Just can I please just go somewhere to hide? To get space magic powers. I don't know if that's original, but the first contact part, yeah, I love that angle. And it also is like so eloquently opens up potential for sequels and whatnot. But I don't know if that's going to drive an emotional impact where, at least for me, where like I'm. You know, like emotional type games and stories for me are like The Last of Us, Lost Odyssey. I don't really get them. I'm kind of like the worst barometer or judge or whatever of like what an emotional story is because I don't really feel emotion most of the time. Because, like, Mass Effect, I didn't feel... I loved Mass Effect, but I didn't really feel, like, an emotional connection. You know, I don't know. I can't really think of much in the way of anything. I mean, like, Lost Odyssey was probably the most emotional I gotten in a game. I'm not going to lie. There were some parts in that game where I had some feels. I don't know any other. Maybe The Last of Us was close. Not even up to that level, but that was the closest. I'm really trying. Like I've read people online talking about how they cried when in Gears. What is it? Gears 3? Yeah, Gears 3 with Dom. Lost Odyssey's memories, yes. Like the game story itself had some emotional moments, but the memories, the stories told, which was done by a different writer, and you can kind of tell in that sense. But the memories were absolutely amazing. There were some that damn near brought a tear to my eye. I'm not ashamed to say. And they like produced such a good backdrop story to kind. Like, man, I so badly wish Microsoft at least enhanced, like 4K enhanced Lost Odyssey. I can deal with the 30 frame per second cap. That again, it's an RPG. That's not critical. And even like at 720p, it's not terrible on a 4K screen. But that game can benefit so well. Like a lot of the assets are like I think they would shine at higher resolutions. This might be one of the. I see. I was just worried a modder on PC for Starfield may make it an advanced physics mod that would not make its way to console due to making the game run at single digit. Yeah, like Tavish said, like that kind of already happened on current gen consoles, and I think because when you're making a mod for a game, I'd imagine just like a developer, you're going to have a performance target, and there are mods for all kinds of games. You know that there's a bunch of mods for Resident Evil games that are running on the RE engine. We all saw like Thomas the Tank Engine taking over for Mr. X and RE2. But all of that is targeting a hardware a spec because you're going to want people to be able to enjoy your mod. So, you know, like Tavish said, there's going to be mods that aren't on console, but that also is going to be dependent on where they publish those mods, because there's the what is it, like Nexus or whatever on. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Oh, did I just get bit by this son of a bitch? Did that just happen? But you know, at the same time, there were mods on the Xbox One on Skyrim that were a damn near expansion. I haven't played them yet, but I could have sworn that there was a. Oh crap! Oh crap! There's a guy right there. I could have sworn there was a team that did a mod for Skyrim that was extremely impressive. It was a damn near expansion, and that same team ended up making a game that oh shit! I have no idea where I'm going. But that same team ended up making a game that I think launched on Game Pass or something. Shit. No, you didn't. Why can't I move?
Guess I'm seeing things.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Just go about your business. But I agree with Tavish again. Like there could be. Oh, it's a bird. It's a bird. You son of a bitch. No, you didn't see anything. Oh my god. Oh my god. You son of a. Okay. We're just keep going. Oh, this is a dead end. This is not what I expected. Go. Kind of failing on the whole stealth tactical espionage part. Yes, the Forgotten City. Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking of. What? Bandage and disinfected. Deep cuts. I've experienced many deep cuts in my life. What? Bleeding. Thomas the Tank Engine gonna be a starship. I would love to see that. Wait, there are poison frogs in this game too? I don't even know if I'm going the right direction. Oh, that has a battery or something apparently. I'm just rolling with it. We're just going with it. Apologies for taking things off. You're not taking things off topic. There is no topic here. We just roll with the punches. Yeah, no, I think that. What? Oh, fuck. I think that mod support in Starfield is. Oh my god. How do I heal myself? Oh wait, that's dependent on stamina. I just need to chill, right? That's what was said. Am I hurt? No. So we just gotta like Master Chief it. But that's probably gonna be a long wait. Is there a map? Oh, we're talking about Metal Gear Collection. Yeah, there's only so much you can say about that because you know we don't know much about what they're gonna do other than just port over the HD collection. Yeah, I have to wonder like how are they going to present more from Starfield? Are they just going to like release it in a press release? Like clearly we're going to have updated trailers and whatnot for the marketing push and campaign leading up to launch. But you know, is it oh hey, hello. Wait, am I back at the beginning? Yeah, this is the beginning. Am I even supposed to be here? Oh, God, 2023. Here's the thing. Watching a bunch of reactions, and it wasn't just the Xbox conference. I saw a bunch of reactions from like the Sony conference, the Summer Game Fest or whatever, the Keighley Game Fest or whatever reactions. It seemed like a general sentiment regarding a lot of the showcases this year was some initial disappointment regarding how many games were scheduled for 2024 or beyond. While I 100% get that, I totally get that. Like, man, I wish Redfall or not. Why do I keep on saying Redfall? I wish Hellblade came out later on this year. I totally get that, but at the same time, when you step back and think about this year, it's stacked. Like especially September and October. You kidding me? So, yeah, this year is going to be awesome. Next year just seems like it's going to be mind-blowing. If Microsoft were impressing people this year, I can see them just like fucking popping heads next year. And to be perfectly fair, it wouldn't surprise me if both Microsoft or Sony and Nintendo had equally strong years next year. Like there's no doubt in my mind that Sony has like taken the feedback to heart regarding the showcase this year, considering the vast majority of the years. Like, I think the last time Microsoft put out a better conference than Sony was Sony's uneven, I'll say, 2018 press conference or E3 show conference, where they had the opening in the tent or the church tent thing for The Last of Us, and then they herded everyone over to like a stadium, and they had like an intermission with Sean Layden, I think it was. That show was so uneven. Like so they made it very clear that they were like highlighting and focusing on 4 games prior to the show. Good call. Like, you're going to set expectations right then and there. On top of that, it also had really awesome reveals like the RE2 remake, Control from Remedy. You know, like it was legitimately, content-wise, a good show. Like, every showing from Death Stranding to The Last of Us and Spider-Man and all that, Ghost of Tsushima. Now, granted, I think Ghost and The Last of Us fell short of those initial demos in some ways. Like, Ghost fell short in the lighting department, and The Last of Us, there were some animations that weren't present in the final game. But both games still turned out to be stellar games in the end. And then Spider-Man, I think, was outside of Puddlegate, which is fucking dumb. Turned out had some improvements over the demo, and Death Stranding was just Death Stranding. That's Kojima. I don't think there was any better or worse. Regardless, it was overall a good conference, but the format, the pacing, the way that it was laid out was stupid, absolutely stupid. And 2018 for Xbox was an excellent year. Like, they had like 40 games, and like 18 of them or like had some level of form of exclusivity. They announced those acquisitions. First party wise, I think they had like 4 or 5 games, which for them, that was a lot. And it was, they didn't showcase them, demonstrate them as well as Sony did, I think. Because Sony, they kind of went, oh, shit.
Who's that?
Oh, I don't have a gun, that's right.
Get us some backup.
But, my point is, oh my god. Come here. My point is, I don't think it's been since 2018 that they had a better press conference. I'm not even sure when before then they had a better press conference than Sony. Like, maybe in the PS3 360 days. But PS4, days, and even most of this gen, I'd say Sony had the better conferences. Outside of, last year Microsoft just won by default because Sony didn't even show up. But regardless, like, I think my point is, I think they're used to be in that like kind of perception-wise winning position, and they clearly did not win this year. Which I mean, oh my god, why would you be up here? Why would you even, dude? Just let me talk about games. Like, just get out of here. So, where I'm getting at, like, I think next year is just going to be a blowout year for this generation. Oh, fuck. Come on. Go up. I can see Nintendo announcing the Switch. Oh, shit. And that's kind of how they have their blowout. I don't know what... Oh, my God. I don't know what they would kind of produce software-wise that could be like an adequate follow-up to Zelda. Maybe Metroid Prime 4. That was my one disappointment with the showcase earlier with Nintendo, is I knew that there was no Metroid Prime 4 reveal or announcement. So maybe they're kind of keeping that in their back pocket for next year. But still, you know, I'm really curious if we're going to see the PS5 Pro next year. I don't think we need one. I don't want one. I mean, if it comes out, I'm going to get it. And a pseudo concern of mine is that I'm actually going to get a lot of games on it if it does turn out like I don't have okay, Snake. You know, I have a preference towards Xbox, but I don't know if I have like a clear bias towards them. Like, if that makes sense. I'd prefer not to invest in PlayStation just because I don't have much faith in their commitment to backwards compatibility for generations. But if there is a PS5 Pro and multi-platform games do end up running and looking better on that system, and I'm primarily a console gamer, I might get a game for that system instead of an Xbox. Like right now, if a game is questionable on console, my fallback is the PC. You know, Cyberpunk, I started playing on PC ever since they allowed me to transfer my saves. Plague Tale, I got in PC instead of console. I'm playing that. If I can run Starfield at 60 frames, I'll very likely play that on PC over console. And I love having those options. Don't get me wrong. But if I'm looking for the console experience, and I might start getting more and more games on the PS4, PS5 Pro, which would then like really make me hope that Sony just steps up their backwards compatible game. I have nothing against investing in the PlayStation platform other than, you know, just the backwards compatibility side of it. But I'm curious. I don't want it to happen just because there is the childish, naive part of me where I would very much prefer developers kind of go back to what we saw with the 360 days, the PS2 Xbox, OG Xbox days, especially the PS1 and Saturn days, where they're like really getting into the nitty gritty and optimizing and like really digging into the guts of what. Oh my god. I don't know if my stamina is going to hold out. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, that counted? Like you can hear that? Can I pull him down? Can I pull him down? Nope.
Enemy sighting.
What? He just popped right the back up. That's one thing I never. Where did you come from? I never figured out how the QCD, CQD, or whatever, close combat system in this really worked out. But yeah, I'm curious how that all plays out. But yeah, I hope it's not a thing, especially with console prices going up. Good job, Microsoft. It just doesn't make sense to me. Some games need delayed from October. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And, like, not even because I don't believe they're going to be done, but just because, like, just space things out. Let things give some room to breathe. I'm afraid that some of those games are going to get lost in the shuffle. Nintendo is still releasing more good games this year. What are they? What's coming out? So what's coming out this year from the showcase? I haven't watched it yet. I think PlayStation is taking their competition more seriously now. I hope so. Like, that's one of the reasons that, outside of just, my preference being on Xbox, and it being frustrated when Microsoft kind of like punches themselves in the face when they don't need to. One of the main reasons I want them to do so well is because I think Sony's doing a bang up job on the software side. I think they did a good job designing the PS5. I think like the hardware design itself is fucking pretty hideous, but the internals are good enough. They're good. They're impressive. Where I think they're falling absolutely short is like their services and system feature side of things. Like they've done a pretty decent job system features, like supporting the hell. It sounds like my stomach. Supporting variable refresh rates, VRR. Supporting multiple, like, different custom drives and whatnot. Like, I think they did decent, but still, every time I load up my PS5, I remember and miss the PS4 UI. I still think of all consoles, of everything, the PS4 UI, especially near launch where it was quicker, throughout the generation it got more bloated and slower. I just dug the hell out of it. So I'm hoping the increased competition pushes Sony to do more on those fronts. Yeah, you're excited to see. I mean, Bill says right now I'm excited to see what Nintendo does with their next system. The critical thing for Nintendo, I think, with their next system is to be able to somehow design the system where developers could feasibly port games from current gen. Because right now, if you're designing a 30 frame per second current gen game, maybe they can get away with it if it's 60, and even then I think that would be a lot. It's a tall order. But you're designing a current gen game for 30 frames per second, and your scope with your CPU utilization, your graphics, everything is like requiring that frame rate cap. There's no way in hell that's coming to the Switch. What is that? I keep forgetting I don't have a gun. So it's going to be interesting to see how well Nintendo designs the next system to potentially, receive some of those ports. I mean, leaning on DLSS, which it wouldn't surprise me if they stuck with NVIDIA and had DLSS support, which would be fucking amazing when you think about it. That of the three platforms, the one with the most capable and best quality reconstruction support is a Nintendo platform. But you know, the CPU side, they can't go. I don't think they can go. I don't know. I don't know if in the latest 1X or X1 chip, is that the X1? Is that whatever NVIDIA's mobile chipset is? I don't know if the CPU is up there, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting. No matter what, Nintendo's going to do like what Nintendo does. And I love them for it. If the I don't buy the claims the PS5 Pro even exists. I don't know. Didn't Tom Henderson leak it? And he's got a really good track record. The Q, I hope it doesn't exist. But the unfortunate thing is he's got a pretty good track record in the sense that, you know, what is this? You know, they leaked the Q or whatever, that handheld. They leaked the discless PS5, which is an interesting, and I actually think if they can pull off the aesthetics well enough, a smart direction to take. Where I think Sony's going to run into potential issues regarding that whole removable disk drive direction. They're going to have to price a UHD disk drive at $100. And I can see that rubbing people the wrong way. And rightfully so. But I think when people are riled up about stuff like that, they're not considering the business implications of having anything other than that price. It's going to be in a similar situation that Microsoft experienced with the 360 and the hard drive situation. A 20 gig hard drive, even in 2005, was not worth $100. But Microsoft had no choice but to price that 20 gig hard drive at $100, because let's say they did $70, you know, then people would be getting the arcade or core unit or whatever they called the $300 version at launch. People would get that and then buy the hard drive separately to have the Pro console at $370 instead of $400. Sony is going to be in the exact same, and that's why every time they updated, whether it was 20 gigs or the 120 gigs or 250 gigs, I think was maybe they topped out at 500. I forget, but whatever the price difference between the hard drive and non-hard drive version of those consoles, those 360 consoles, that's what the hard drives are priced at, because you almost have to, because you're not going to put your console tiers in a situation where you can game the system. Sony is going to be in the exact same situation with this removable UHD, because if they price the UHD at $50, then get a diskless version or the version without the disk drive, buy the drive for $50, and you save $50 or potentially $100 depending on what region you're in. So that's going to be interesting, but at the same time, that does increase manufacturer efficiency, because you're just making one version instead of two. So that means you don't have to have two different molds. You have one plastic mold, and you just, you know, sell some bundles with that drive already attached and some in the drive separately. And you're going to be making bank on that drive, because you're going to have to overprice for it. But I hope both of us are right on the PS5 Pro not existing. If the PS5 Pro exists, the Xbox would be making one. See, that's the thing. I don't agree. Unless Microsoft is already deep in development of having one where it could be potentially ready in the next 2 years. Like I can see Microsoft getting, letting it slide where there's a year gap with the Series X Pro and the PS5 Pro, like similar to the One X and the PS4 Pro. Unless it's already in development, you can't just whip up a console. Like if Sony at E3 or not E3 next year announce a PS5 Pro, Microsoft can't just like spin up a game plan to have a Series X Pro ready for 2025. Instead, I see Microsoft just kind of riding whatever storm would result in that, and then it might bump up their plans for a quote next gen console. But then at that point, they also have to consider the potential risks, let's say, of them launching their next gen console too early and being overshadowed or showed up or whatnot by the PlayStation 6. So there's a very delicate balancing game there that they have to consider. Oh my god. I've been running around so long without people, I forgot that there's people. Oh, what? Fucking snake, like right in front of me. It's a gunshot? What? I have a blood-sucking leech? What? But if Xbox is not making one, then the PS5 rumor is dead. PS5 Pro. No, not necessarily. No. I can see there being a scenario where more so PlayStation, because there's more of an urgency for that to happen. Because, right now Microsoft has the power advantage. There's less urgency or need or reason for Microsoft to make a Pro console. Despite the marketing, and oh shit. Like there is like the kind of well-known, what was that? Well-known fact that the Series X is more powerful.
Who's that?
Than the PS5. And I do think that is going to kind of become more apparent as the generation goes on. But I can see there being a scenario where Sony's got a Pro console in the works and Microsoft doesn't. They can be kind of sticking to their guns where they think Moore's Law is, and not the progression of Moore's Law, but the cost of Moore's Law is forcing their hand to not have a Pro console, and them just making the assumption that the engineers at Sony feel the same way. Gunshot. Super Mario RPG is coming out this year, and the second in the 2D. Oh, okay. So yeah, Nintendo. Oh, Pikmin. Yeah, damn. With those three, Nintendo's got an amazing year. I'd actually say that there's, assuming all those games could come out top tier, they probably have the best year of the three console manufacturers, with Microsoft being a close second. Henderson is the only source, and it was a different source than the one for Project Q. Okay. Well, that's reassuring. You know, no matter what, I think the best years of this generation are just ahead of us, and that's exciting, because while there's been some, I don't know, disappointments, largely due to like the cross-gen nature, the COVID. I've been happy with this generation for the most part. I think, you know, it's good that Microsoft is finally showing up. Like, I think that took longer than anybody would have liked. It's understandable. I'm not begrudging them for it, but 2022 never should have happened. They should have never announced a bunch of games and then went silent for 3 years. But, you know, it's good to see that all their efforts bearing fruit now. And then, you know, Sony is going to continue to do Sony, and Nintendo's going to... Well, no. Sony's not going to continue doing Sony because they're investing in 12 service games. So that I'm hoping they move away from. Yeah, you know, last gen was interesting because I would have loved last gen a lot more. What is this? Oh, here we go. If publishers or developers far and wide didn't see it as like, oh, hey, we have 8 gigs of memory, or I guess really 5 gigs of memory to play around with. That's a huge jump from the 512 megs that we were dealing with before. Let's make everything open world. We got all this memory now to make everything open world. Let's just do it all open world. That's kind of my biggest criticism of last gen. You know, performance-wise, technology-wise, I think last gen was a great achievement. But on average, stability and frame rates were better than the 360 PS3 generation. We saw some really interesting innovations when it comes to physical-based rendering, image reconstruction, you know, stuff like that. I don't know where I'm going. So, and, you know, honestly, that's what I'm hoping that we see more of this gen. Like, pushing innovation and stuff with ray tracing, pushing innovation and stuff with even traditional rasterization of what you can do with the performance that you have on current gen consoles. Pushing to what you can do with the throughput that's with SSDs. Like, I want to see those, because I think, you know, last gen developers did a good job of utilizing and taking advantage of the hardware. It was almost a necessity on the Xbox One if you wanted to have any decent level of performance, because of how different that memory subsystem was compared to the 3 other SKUs platforms. If I remember correctly, I don't remember if it was Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal but they had to like move over to a deferred renderer solution for the Xbox One because that worked out better with the ES RAM. They did a lot of effort to get that version running as well as they did. Of even changing how the renderer was compared to other platforms. Okay, so do I not have a map? Oh, there's a, oh wow. Oh, the PS3 360 gen as the worst? I'd say performance-wise, yeah. Games, I don't know if I agree, like, games, like, just, like, ambitions, I guess, or directions. I actually thought the PS3 360 generation was more interesting than the last gen. Because it seemed like a lot of last-gen developers, a lot of last-gen games were kind of playing it safe in a way. They also didn't like push the boat when it came to world interactivity or physics or interactions or persistence or AI. Like everything about it just seemed to scream a prettier, evolved version of the previous generation on a larger playing field, which is great. Like that's good enough for me. Don't get me wrong. And I do wonder. I'm pretty sure that a lot of that lacking in overall technology push, I guess, is maybe due to the lack of jump in CPU performance. When properly utilized, going from what was traditionally like a single core Xbox, PS2, GameCube CPU to like the triple core and the 360 or the cell on the PS5 3. It offered some interesting opportunities, and you saw developers kind of like putting in more of an effort and focus in like physics and interactions and stuff like that. Later, Tavish. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna be ending mine here soon too, because especially since I just keep on running in circles. Oh my god, and getting caught in the act. Let's see if I can go this way. The one area I didn't go yet. But yeah, the PS3 360 generation was definitely the worst in terms of like just how. Oh, this is the bridge. How it just like decimated certain publishers and studios, and I do think a lot of that had to do with the industry just not being ready for the HD era. Microsoft kind of.
Over there?
Oh my god. Oh my god. It kind of jump-started it before the industry was really ready for HD. If you weren't already a PC-centric or focused developer studio, you were completely just not prepared for HD, generation. Okay, I think this is a good spot for me to end it. But this is great. This is a lot of fun. I appreciate you all, chat, for tuning in and, talking shop, talking games. I absolutely love talking games. Not to mention the mid-late port of the PS3 60 gen forced heavily to appeal. Yeah. That's they both definitely pivoted and put a greater focus on the mainstream or slash casual market because of the Wii success. Um, that was definitely interesting. But love our talks, everyone. I just it's with the stressful few weeks that I've had, this was much needed. So stay awesome. I hope you all have a great night, great day wherever you are in the world, and then I'll be back next week.